Hey guys, Dylan here, head strength and health coach down here at the Evolve Personal Training, and today I'm going to do a video on fiber. Most importantly, why fiber is important to not only your health but also weight management. So fiber can be found in our diet either through whole foods like potentially like whole grains, rice, starches, potatoes, sweet potatoes, vegetables. It can also be found in the form of supplements as well, but we won't cover that too much today. There are two different types of fiber. The two different types are soluble and insoluble. So soluble fiber is a fiber that if you were to put it into water, it would dissolve and digest really easily. Insoluble fiber means that it does not digest, it does not absorb in water. And these two different types of fiber have completely different effects on the body, or two different ways that they move through the body. So soluble fiber, what you can think of it as is basically like a healthy food for your gut bacteria. So what we're doing by eating soluble fiber is feeding the good bacteria in our stomach, which is going to help with things like gut health, aid in digestion, and pretty much just give us an overall feeling of health and wellness. Insoluble fiber, you can see it as the brush that basically goes through your digestive system and cleans things out along the way. So the reason why this is so important is obviously gut health is super important for overall health and well-being, and there are studies that show that if people who have good levels of fiber in their diets are less likely to get diseases like cancers, and also a study suggests that people who have good levels of fiber in their diets are 27% less likely to die of a lifestyle-related disease. So in terms of health, it's extremely important, but in terms of weight management, it's also extremely important as well, as it gives you a feeling of satiety. So it basically makes you feel fuller for longer. And there's some really good studies out there that suggest that potentially people who have more fiber in their diets are less likely to eat more throughout the day, and that can lead to weight management. Obviously, it's a matter of energy balance, but when you're constantly feeling hungry, you're more likely to eat more, and you're more likely to overindulge in other forms of food. So having fiber, good levels of fiber in your diet is extremely important. To know how much you need, roughly about 1,500 grams per 1,000 calories consumed. Cool. So if you're, say, for example, you are consuming 2,000 calories per day, you need roughly around 30 grams of fiber per day. A couple of the big things to think about is if you're trying to lose body fat or lose weight, a good thing to do is stock your day with a lot of fiber. So essentially a lot of vegetables. Try have a big serving of vegetables with each meal. The good thing about this is it's nutrient dense. You're going to get a lot of nutrients from the vegetables and from the foods that generally contain fiber are normally nutrient dense as well. So it's going to fill you up, it's going to make you feel better, it's going to give you more energy, and it's going to help you feel fuller for longer, so you're less likely to overeat throughout the day. If you're trying to gain weight, it is possible that having less fiber in your diet is going to allow you to actually eat more, because you're going to feel less full. Your stomach is not going to be expanded by the amount of fiber in there, and you're actually going to be able to consume more calories throughout the day without feeling constantly full all the time and potentially just feel like you're constantly stuffing yourself. So those are two strategies in terms of weight management and where fiber can come into that. The fiber is super important. One of our rules is get your 6 cups of veggies a day, especially if you're trying to maintain or manage your weight or your health, because that's going to come with a lot of nutrients, a lot of fiber, and it's going to give you an overall feeling of wellness. Sweet guys, so that's our video on fiber. It is probably one of the key things that you need to focus on just in general health and well-being. We get our members to track this through MyFitnessPal. You can look at it in there and you can see your daily fiber targets. It's one thing that's super important. As a good rule of thumb, just aim to hit your 6 cups of veggies and you'll be pretty close. Sweet guys.